Hi, it's Katrina and today I have the Not a BookTube Newbie tag. This is actually a really exciting tag for me because I never got to do the BookTube Newbie tag because I didn't actually know that it existed until kind of too late. By that time I'd already had my channel for a little while and I thought, yeah, probably I'm not actually a newbie anymore. This was first created by Shelby over at The Clever Fox and I'll link her original video down below. My first video here was on February 2015. I've been a little sporadic though, unfortunately, throughout my time on BookTube. There have been quite a few gaps in my uploading, so I actually only have 89 videos up. So that's not actually that many for 2 years, but technically that is when I first started uploading. My favourite videos to make are discussion review kind of videos. I like talking and expressing myself. I'm a very verbal person. I'm really not a writer, so writing reviews online and blogging and things would never work for me. I much prefer to sort of vocalise my opinions and I like having this platform to do that. My first piece of advice would be you don't have to do TBRs, you don't have to do wrap-ups monthly, you can do whatever you like. There's no set quota of videos you must film to be a booktuber. I think as long as you're on YouTube and you're talking about books, there you are, you're a booktuber. Congratulations. I don't think in 2016 I will do a single monthly TBR or a single monthly wrap up. And I'm happy with that because it wouldn't fit into the way I read and you don't have to model your own reading, your own taste, your own what you're reading after everyone else on BookTube. My next tip is you don't need money to be on BookTube. You don't need to constantly be buying books and hauling books and showing off really fancy covers. I'm bad for this because I do actually spend quite a lot of money on books and I like having pretty covers and showing them off, but I don't think that's a prerequisite for being on BookTube. All you need is a library or you could just read everything on your Kindle. So you don't need to fall into that trap of obsessively hoarding books like a lot of us do. I definitely struggle with lighting. A lot of the times I struggle to film videos, it's because I just can't get, I don't have studio lighting, so I only have daylight. I live in Scotland and I work full time, so actually having a chance to film is difficult because sometimes it's dark when I leave home and to go to work and it's dark when I get home from work. It is in the winter anyway, and at the weekend I may be really busy or whatever, so just getting lighting right, especially in the winter, is a real struggle for me. In the summer, life is so much easier. BookTube has definitely helped me in seeking out fantasy writers that I would really enjoy, especially adult fantasy. The adult fantasy section, the sci-fi fantasy kind of section in bookshops, I think it's very intimidating because it's just they all look the same in some ways. They're all these dark books covers and you don't know, they're all really long series and where do you start and which is good and what are they about and all this stuff. BookTube definitely pointed me in the right direction. Brandon Sanderson and Robin Hobb are now two of my favourite writers and I literally would never ever have heard of them or picked them up if it hadn't been for BookTube. I think my favourite aspect of BookTube, and this would be the case whether I'd actually started making videos or not, is the feeling of community. I genuinely, in my real life, I don't know a single person who reads as many books as me. I don't know a single person who owns as many books as me. I know a few people who read regularly, tend to be more like romance books or not like the genre or literary fiction that I tend to go for. Definitely no one that reads classics often. All through school and everything, I've always been the one that was reading, had all these books, read all these authors, heard of all these things and no one else had, and it's so nice to come on here and just be like, wow, I'm not the only one. And it just makes me really happy seeing other people as invested in the thing that I love as I am. I would like to shout out Farah over at BookTube Book, or I think that's what her channel's called. I'll link it below. She makes a lot of really great videos about, especially about graphic novels, middle grade fiction, things that I don't know that much about. She reads a great variety and she does not have enough subscribers, so go subscribe to her. I'm not sure who's done this or not, so I will list the people I've tagged below, and that is all for me today. My previous video was a review of Purple Hibiscus by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, if you'd like to go see that. And my next video is also a review, and that'll be of The Mime Order by Samantha Shannon. You can also follow me on Goodreads and Instagram and Twitter, all of which are linked below. Thanks for watching. Bye.